I think anybody that's diagnosed with cancer, whatever type of cancer it is, it's a little bit of a shock.
You already feel like a victim as it is because you've got this illness, and then to lose your job, you feel like even more of a victim.
I guess hope is just so huge because there's a part of you that almost feels hopeless.
But without them, I think I would have probably given up.
I am so grateful that this organization exists now so people can start benefiting from it and not be at such a loss as I was when I was going through my recovery.
You have a tremendous number of hurdles that you have to climb when you have a diagnosis of cancer, and especially when it's you. Your family, your friends, they all support you, but there's only so much that they can do. And when questions come up that you don't know where to turn to, it's nice to have, the Cancer Legal Line there.
It's comforting to know there's somebody out there to help you, that we're not out there alone. We've got backup, so to speak. There's somebody standing behind us.
I have support now, I have somebody I can turn to and talk to, and that's very helpful.
It just was such a relief to have somebody that was knowledgeable that could help me, because each step of the way with my cancer, I just needed to process things.
When I discovered Cancer Legal Line, I had someone to connect to who was not only helpful just to me, but was telling me that I'm not alone, that there are plenty of people who have raised similar issues, have expressed similar needs for this sort of service.
Through Cancer Legal Line, I feel like we're helping many more clients than I could ever do individually, certainly, or any one of us could ever do individually. But personally, as a cancer survivor, again, I understand those times in the middle of the night when you're awake and you're worried about how am I going to pay the bills? Is my will in place? What if the worst happens? I understand those fears.
Now, with Cancer Legal Line in place and potentially growing, I can have a wealth of resources. And really what it takes is someone who understands these situations, who's willing to sit with someone with cancer. Because I want to be able to help the person deal with their cancer, not with their bankruptcy. At the end of life, you don't want to be thinking about your finances and what's going to happen to your children. You want to be able to experience your life with your children.
Whether it's losing your job or your housing or anything like that, it's nice to know that there's even more help out there in areas where you maybe didn't realize there was help, and that would be through the Cancer Legal Line.
And I think people need to know that, this is an area that people need help with too, and because it's a part of life.
If it's something that's a free service for people to be able to use, that can be invaluable. And, it's efficient. When I inquired, I received a call very quickly back, and it was very helpful.
Without them, I didn't have the confidence to continue to look to try get out of the hole I was in.
My experience working with the attorney has helped me a great deal in understanding so much better not only my rights, but my employer's rights as well.
Sometimes just getting that information is all they need to move them out of a stage of worry and anxiety and help them get to the next step so that they can go on and enjoy their life.
Not too many of us are lawyers. It's nice to know that this is funded by generous people that are willing to help us out without even knowing us. But maybe realizing that we do have quite a battle ahead of us.
We're really finding that there's so many attorneys that want to help, and they are busy with their careers and their clients, but they're not too busy to stop and really help somebody in need.
There are so many resources out there, but the link that connects the resources to the people who need them is Cancer Legal Line. And it is a young organization that needs to be supported so that it can provide its services to the thousands of people in Minnesota who will benefit from these services.
We need people to understand that just a little bit of time, if they can give a little bit of time and a little bit of money, that someone else's world will be a lot easier to live with.
It's important not to underestimate what you might have to contribute, whether it's time or money or what. Even in my situation, 45 minutes with an attorney. I mean, it just meant the world to me.
I knew I wanted to be involved in this organization to give back. I knew that I needed to be involved so that I can help spread the word that this organization exists.
We help all cancer patients and survivors, and we help them in an area that, again, no one else is doing this work.
This fight is way more than medical. It's your whole life, and it's wondering if you're going to have a job or if you're going to lose your house.
I would highly recommend Cancer Legal Line. I just think they're fabulous. They'll go to the end of the earth for you.
I feel like I'm personally connected to them. Like, I can call them at any time, email them. It's a good feeling.
There's a lot of great organizations out there doing a lot of good work, but by donating to Cancer Legal Line, you can be assured that you are helping meet a need that nobody else is meeting.